If you haven't seen these new woke CIA commercials, you're in for a treat. And it turns out everybody seems to hate them. On the left, on the right, nobody seems to like these. Now, everybody's talking about this particular video, which I'm going to play for you in just a second. We'll get the reaction to it. But there's another one that I think is way more cringe that no one's talking about yet. And we're going to watch that as well. Let's go back to what people are saying so far. From the left, the CIA is hit by Daily Dot. The CIA is woke now, apparently. The CIA went from waterboarding terrorists to torturing Americans with bad woke commercials. They use some other language. The New York Post hits them from the right. CIA recruitment video slammed as woke propaganda. They say a gag-worthy CIA recruitment video featuring an intersectional and cisgender Latina mom has been panned by critics who say it's woke propaganda gone too far. Strangely enough, the Daily Dot tried to embed the video, and they ended up with this video, which is not the correct video. And the New York Post tried to embed the video, which they ended up with the same exact video that is also the wrong video. This is the right video. We're going to watch this together. It starts off slow enough, and then this woman who works at the CIA starts getting into all of the things about her identity that the CIA is going to use to reach out to woke millennials or whoever they're trying to rope in here.
I'm a woman of color. I am a mom. I am a cisgender millennial who's been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder.
Okay. It's just saying the cisgendered part is weird. Are we supposed to say that? Like, as a point of pride, are we supposed to say cisgender? So she's also got generalized anxiety disorder, which only about half of America shares with her.
I am intersectional, but my existence is not a box-checking exercise. I am a walking declaration, a woman whose inflection does not rise at the end of her sentences, suggesting that a question has been asked. I did not sneak into CIA. My employment was not and is not the result of a fluke or slip through the cracks. I earned my way in, and I earned my way up the ranks of this organization. I am educated, qualified, and competent, and sometimes I struggle. I struggle feeling like I could do more, be more to my two sons, and I struggle leaving the office when I feel there's so much more to do.
All right, let's pause right here. You see her shirt there. It says, Mija, you are worth it. And of course, it has the, power fist. And you see what this shirt is putting out to the world. This shirt is putting out that somebody is from a woke background, is into intersectional feminist theory, a lot of things. I don't really equate those things with, working at the CIA. And I think that if you are somebody who would think that way and have that thought process, even if the CIA goes all woke and shows you this, I don't know how those two are going to work in tandem. Maybe I'm wrong.
I used to struggle with imposter syndrome, but at 36, I refuse to internalize misguided patriarchal ideas of what a woman can or should be. I am tired of feeling like I'm supposed to apologize for the space I occupy rather than intoxicate people with my effort, my brilliance. I am proud of me, full stop. My parents left everything they knew and loved to expose me to opportunities they never had. Because of them, I stand here today a proud first-generation Latina and officer at CIA. I am unapologetically me. I want you to be unapologetically you, whoever you are. Know your worth. Command your space.
They even zoom in on the shirt.
You're worth it.
Could you imagine going to like some rally, some far left rally, and seeing everybody in shirts like this and being like, hey, does anybody here want to work for the CIA? Raise her by a show of hands. Is anybody interested in working for the CIA? Do you know how badly you would get booed? And no amount of commercials like this is going to win them over. So that's the commercial that most people are responding to. I actually think this one is more cringe. This is another commercial where this guy who works at CIA or the CIA is explaining what he brings to the table. And imagine you're the leadership of China or Iran or North Korea, and this is what you're watching as what happens at the CIA.
Recently, I brought in our intelligence gaming collection to give officers unique opportunities to practice skills they need in their various roles. Instead of sitting for hours in front of a computer-based training, they can play a carefully selected game to train a specific set of skills while simultaneously building on the myriad soft skills essential to intelligence work.
My dude, You're showing that this is what our CIA officers do. They play mastermind. We are not putting out a good look here. I like the cloak and dagger stuff better than this. I think it's more frightening to other countries.
My favorite thing about CIA is that they encourage the out-of-the-box ideas that drive real progress. Growing up gay in a small southern town, I was lucky to have a wonderful and accepting family. I always struggled with the idea that I might not be able to discuss my personal life at work. Imagine my surprise when I was taking my oath at CIA and I noticed a rainbow on then-Director Brennan's lanyard, which I later learned was designed by Angle, one of the many employee resource groups here at the agency. I remember being stunned. Since then, however, I've learned that far beyond the resource groups, inclusion is a core value here. Officers from the top down work hard to ensure that every single person, whatever their gender, gender identity, race, disability, or sexual orientation, can bring their entire self to work every day.
All right, so there they are. That's the second one. Not a lot of people are talking about that one yet, and I'm not sure if they've seen it. That was released on April 8th. The other one actually was released on March 25th. I don't know why it took them so long to pick up on this and start turning it into these particular stories that you're seeing now. I think maybe the CIA tweeted one of the clips on April 28th, and that sparked a conversation where people didn't like it. This is almost literally incredible. I can hardly believe that a federal agency put out an ad like that. Kudos to the CIA. That person's in agreement. There was a time I thought that people who weren't in clandestine operations still needed to keep it quiet that they worked for the CIA. Remember Valerie Plame and what a supposed big deal it was? Her identity was leaked, even though she was not a clandestine officer. They're bringing that back. And they post this, and you're getting good and bad, from you guys are doing great to working at the CIA is nothing to be proud of. You should be ashamed to I'm just here for the ratio. The left and the right joining together for once to hate these new ads. Now, these ads have a purpose. It says, new CIA recruitment website aims to diversify the spy agency. And they've been looking for diversity in their ranks. And so that's what the point of these ads are. My point is, if you are the CIA, and shame on all of you for making me go to CIA.gov with my computer. I'm toast now. Cuff me and drag me away. But the CIA and woke idealism and woke politics, it doesn't mix. It's beyond oil and water. These two things will never operate in the same sphere unless somebody is just kind of wearing that identity on their sleeve and not really driven by that internally. Because if you are, and if those are things that are so important to you that they end up being some of the cornerstone ideas in your life and they make up who you are, then I don't see how you square that with working with the CIA. You see, to put it simply, woke people hate the CIA. So the CIA going after woke people is just not a good strategy, or at least it wouldn't seem so. What do you think about these ads? Do you think they're embarrassing? Do you think they're great? Do you think this is a good direction to go in for the Central Intelligence Agency or a bad direction? I know you always give me your opinion. Be honest about it. I'll be watching your comments today as always. And love it, hate it, whatever, I'm ready for it. If you're new around here, please share this video if you enjoyed and you want to spread the word to your friends. And if you are on Facebook.com/TheNewsJunkie, please hit the follow button so you get videos just like this every single day. Over on YouTube.com/TheNewsJunkie, hit subscribe and you'll get your videos there as well. And guess what? We'll talk to you again real soon.